do this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Trifecta podcast. It's a podcast from all corners. All right. It's Braden here with Brandi and Dez. Welcome back to another week here. Just gonna shoot the shit today and talk about some stuff, and that's what we're gonna do. And if you don't like it, too bad. Maybe you should tell me your opinion. So whatever. But so let's start off how we kind of normally start off. But I just want to check in with you guys because it's been a week since we've seen each other's beautiful faces, and I just want to see how you were doing. Oh, please, can I please take a picture of that? I am like,
please stop. I get brave when nobody can see me.
Yeah, I have radio face.
I have like, oh man, you know when like you have a job that you don't have to like use your face for, so you can just like wear a cozy sweater and a toque and glasses and no makeup. That's me right now.
Girl, let me admit, sometimes I don't even wear pants to work.
Aww. I would probably get fired.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's H&M. They're risque a little bit. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You're like body positivity, guys. This is what
we also
empowers me.
Super thighs. Sorry.
I'll just go stand in the lingerie department and it's fine.
We don't have a lingerie department. Anyway.
Well, that's very like non-inclusive of H&M. Just gonna.
Sorry.
Not that I could buy anything from there anyways, because, but, details. But no, honestly, though, what's going on? What's going on? Tell me the things. Tell me the feels. I want to know.
Not much has happened. Well, I mean, it's a good time of the season, right? It's the end of like summer. Like Xander's starting preschool next week, so I've been really trying. I know. And it's his last year of preschool until he goes into actual like kindergarten. But right now, because like I freaking love fall. Like I'm one of those people, you can call me basic. I don't care. I've loved fall since I was a kid and before basic was a thing, but I love fall. And so like I get so excited for all the coziness, like all the smells, the cinnamon, the apple, the pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah, girl. I was working at Starbucks.
I'm a pumpkin spice person. I don't understand why people who don't like pumpkin spice get so bitter, Brandi, about pumpkin spice.
You didn't say I was bitter. I'm not bitter. I just don't like pumpkin spice.
And you were like, oh God. Like, I want to try to do pumpkin spice.
I am all for drink whatever you gotta drink, yo. I'm not judging or bitter.
I worked from Starbucks yesterday and they have like all of the pumpkin spice stuff like available now. Like it's not even September, but like that's crazy. But also like I'm a happy camper. But they have a new pumpkin cream cold brew and it is like amazing. Cold brew is like my favorite thing in the world, and I like now that you've had a pumpkin, like take my money, like put it in my veins, like take it, like I don't care. It's so delicious.
But I love all the other stuff, like the caramel stuff, like like salted caramel, whatever, and like apple cider. Oh, yum, so good. So yeah, I'm so excited about all the fall stuff. But what I was gonna say is that I am also trying to like hold on to the very end of summer and like enjoy it till the last like moment. So we've been trying to do still summer stuff and like have a summer mood about us. As the weather gets a little bit more chilly, it's harder to hold on to summer. But we went out to the zoo today and it was beautiful and hot. And like we enjoyed the outside like all day. They're doing like massive construction on the water pipes on our street right now. So this morning I woke up like tractors like digging up my like neighbors' yards and like putting dirt everywhere. And like there's our whole like street is like cut off basically. And like the house was like shaking from the tractor. So I was like, I'm not sitting at home for this. So I was like, we got to go out. So we met some friends at the zoo and it was a really nice day. I was really happy we enjoyed it. And I feel like it's probably one of like the last nice days of summer. So I was really grateful to be able to like get out and really soak it up like this past week. And yeah, and then next week starts his school. So for me, even though there's still like a couple weeks of summer, it's like it's fall. As soon as school starts, like it's fall.
Yeah. I also love like the fall. Fall is like my favorite season. Like I'm maybe as single could be, but like I have my wedding. I have my wedding planned, and like it is a fall wedding. Like, so just be prepared, everyone. And
the colors, the fashion.
Girl, you have no
She
idea.
She is ready.
It is literally planned. Y'all just need to make sure that y'all can wear 4-inch heels. That's all that matters. So,
okay, I might not be able to walk in them, but I can wear them.
We can stand. If you have like a thing to carry us, just dollies, just to push us around.
Oh, well, I'm giving you guys ample notice. Like, I'm super single right now. Just start practicing now, okay? I'm giving you ample notice.
How many years we got?
I don't know. Ask the universe.
We shall. Oh my god. That's so funny that you started talking about weddings too, though, because like I don't know what happened or when it happened, and it's gonna sound crazy. I really didn't have an idea about like what I wanted for my wedding ever. I was like, well, when I meet the right person, I'll know and I can figure out kind of what I want. But then I was like watching an episode of MasterChef. It has a point, I promise. And they had this like competition outside in a forest, and it was like kind of dusky, and they had like little lamp posts and like little lights and stuff like that, and I was like,
oh my god, like Twilight.
I was like, I want that. Yeah, not like Twilight though, but
I'm pretty sure it's Twilight, but
I've never seen it. What is it?
Okay,
What's
the
in
Twilight wedding was like a beautiful forestry, like they had like, what are those called? Those lights, the
twinkly lights. Fairy lights
like
or something.
Into it, like in like the forest, and like, oh, it's just beautiful.
Okay, I was like, well then Twilight's got good taste then.
for weddings.
I'm ready. Yes, let's specify.
I mean, and for like Wolverine boy people. I like me some Taylor Lautner. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, is Wolverine what?
Oh yeah, he's just a wolf. He's not a Wolverine. Okay, yeah, sorry. I wasn't really watching the movie, okay?
Braden's just like, abs.
I don't care if it's a bad movie or not. I enjoy the Twilight movies, and they are like a fun cheesiness for me, and I enjoy them. I'm not like, oh, what a film.
What a film.
What a piece of work.
Yeah,
legendary.
But it's enjoyable for its own reasons for me anyway.
I remember being like in middle school, like peddling those books out to everyone that I knew because I was like, read this is awesome.
When you said that you were watching, was that Des?
I never read them. I just watched them. But go on.
Oh yeah. I'm honestly the only movies that I've ever watched, read the books before was the Hunger Games ones. And then. They're actually so good.
Way better than the movies.
When Brandi said that she was watching MasterChef and she got inspired for her wedding, I don't know if it was, I think it was on the most recent season of MasterChef. They actually had like one of like the previous winners come and have their wedding in the MasterChef kitchen. I was like, Brandi, you're not having it in the MasterChef kitchen. Like, it's not going to happen.
Oh no, I'm definitely not like that huge of a fan at all.
I was like, I would not let you have it there.
I don't think anybody would show up. They'd be like, well, you're on your own.
Like, just random kitchen stations behind you during, like, say I do and your dinner. Like, no.
All my friends are like, every happiness to you both, but we won't be there.
Hey, girl, I'll be there. There's food.
Yeah, right? Maybe some Gordon Ramsay. It'll be great.
I mean, Gordon Ramsay would be worth it. Let's be real. He's pretty freaking iconic.
I like him. He's great.
He makes me happy. Also, I'm like super. For speaking of just like celebrities that we love, I'm not sure if I've explained it on here before, but like, I'm obsessed with Jeffree Star, like, obsessed. And I'm actually really excited. He just like announced his like final like collection with like Morphe brushes, and he has like these like mini like lipstick palettes coming out, kind of a thing, and I might get one or two.
Do it. Oh my god, get 17 of them.
I really want them. But it's like $25 for like 5 minis.
That's not bad.
Yeah, which is like really affordable
That's
considering
so cool.
because it's still his I think there's 2 of his like formula velour liquid lips and then like 2 glosses and then like a topper or something, which I think is part of a formula with Morphe, and it's like super cheap. So I'm like done deal.
I need. Speaking of makeup, ColourPop is like just having a 25% off sale. They're in like their entire site sale, and I was like, of course, the 1 week that I'm a broke bitch, they're like, let's have a sale, and I'm really mad about it. I'm just like seething about it because I would just spend like $100 and get 47 things. You know, bad time.
I feel like so many times in these past like couple weeks, I have just been like reiterating the fact that like I wish I was more like I don't know, like I don't know anything about makeup. I'll go to the store and I'm like, I like this color. I'll just get this. This is the cheapest version of that color, so I'll buy that. I'm like, I don't know how to do my hair. I can't like curl it. I have like watched videos where like they are like, this is how you curl it with like a straight iron, and I'm like trying it myself, and it's like fucking mangled, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, like let's try it again. They're like, just flatten it out and retry it, and then I try to flatten it out and it won't flatten, and I'm like,
Seriously, flat iron curling is my favorite way to curl someone's hair. I like love doing it. So next time in town, Des, I will come curl your hair for you.
Do it because like I legit like I can't do my hair.
I'll do your makeup, girl. I'll teach you all the things.
Can we have a makeover?
Yeah.
With like a movie montage?
It'll be great. We'll play some 80s music.
You can do like a tutorial and put it up on the page.
It'll be great.
This is how you do this. Great. Okay.
Oh my god, I've been watching this weird British show on Netflix called like 100% Hotter. And like,
I watched it!
Did you? I'm like, you guys can do that to me.
I've never heard of it.
There's that one, and then I watched one called like my hotter half, which is something similar.
And like the couple, and then whoever is like hotter doesn't get to have the makeover. The person who is like less hot gets made over and like shown to the person.
Because that makes you feel good about yourself.
They're horrible. Yeah, no, they're horrible shows. Like,
listen, and British people are savages, so
they're brutal. It's not good for body positivity and shit like that. But like, I had nothing else to watch.
It's so good. It's like you binge it because it's like just entertainment. It's not actually good. It's just a really good time.
And like the 100% Hotter one, it's like people who have extreme looks. So like they're super, super goth. And so they come in and they look like they've been goth since the 90s, but they're like 32 years old. And they're like, I think I need a makeover. And they're like, more like make under. And then they like do the makeover and they look like way better or whatever. But it's still like, you know, makeover shows aren't the best for the world, but they are addicting.
I actually just stumbled across this new reality TV show with my parents on Netflix, and it's called Blown Away, and it's like glass blowers, like people that do glass blowing.
Oh, I was kind of hoping it was like professional blowjobs or something.
With my parents.
Oh my
God. Brandi, what do you watch with your parents?
Nothing. I don't with my parents.
She is from Winkler, so I understand. But I mean,
no, I would get like stoned and smited by God.
But no, it's a really cool. It was a really neat show. From those. If you guys watch Big Brother, like US, there was Nick from I think season 19 or something. He's actually the host of like the show, and it's actually filmed in Canada. And they're like all of these like they're these really cool glass blowers, and they give them different like tasks to do every single time. It's kind of like glass blowing meets Chopped kind of a thing, where they have to like they have like a challenge each time, and they have like 6 hours to do it. And yeah, it's really neat. It's really like crushing to watch them go through and like create something that looks like really cool, and like have it see it fall like 10 minutes before their time is up, and it like just smashes. And it's like, okay, well you're obviously out. Like so
sad.
yeah, but it's
I used to watch Paint Wars. Like RuPaul like was one of the hosts or judges or whatever, and it was like body painting. Oh, that was a good show too. You just like watched and you were like, are you gonna make it? Are you gonna paint the whole body? I don't know.
The suspense is killing me.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
I started watching, I'm not sure if anyone has like Amazon Prime, but I started watching Carnival Row today.
Oh, is it good?
That'd be really good. I haven't seen it though.
But you're asking Brandi, like she's very opinionated.
No, I'm sure. It's an interesting concept because they're like really world building. Like they're setting it in a fictional place and it's like the 7th century, but it's all very like 18th, 19th century like dress and that kind of thing. So it's very like London, like 1890s, but it's like it's a fictional place and like there's like fairies and different types of like human animal hybrids and that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure. I've only watched like 2 episodes. I think it wants to be much more than it is. I'm entertained so far, and I don't want to like give too much away, but yeah, it's okay. And it's like not afraid to be gross. Like you see like cut open bodies and like intestines, and yeah, I don't know. Like, and they had like 6 sex scenes in like the first 2 episodes. I was like, whoa.
So it's like Game of Thrones meets Abby meets Avatar.
Probably. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a weird amalgamation of like a whole bunch of different things, and I like them for being creative enough to push the boundaries to create a world like that. But I think they need a little bit more to set it up. It looks like a very expensive endeavor on Amazon's like part, but I don't know. We'll see. I will watch more of it. I will let you know. So far, it's okay. I'm not like, oh my God, watch it, but
that's fair.
It's good.
That's fair.
It's decent. And like I've never really found Orlando Bloom attractive until now, I guess. Yeah, as soon as he showed up, I was like, oh, who's this? And I was like, oh, is that Orlando Bloom? I don't really follow any of his stuff, so
I don't know anything that I remember seeing him in like the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the first one, and then I don't know from there like what he's been doing.
Dating Katy Perry, I guess.
Really?
Aren't they not dating anymore?
No, they're together still. They just got engaged.
No. Did they really? Are we sure? Is that an accurate fact? I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I'm Googling him legit right now.
I'm not an expert on Orlando Bloom, but
I don't really care. But
my radar or like on my list of people that I keep up with.
And Braden's like, I have to Google it.
No, like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they definitely are. I didn't think they were together anymore.
Don't test my knowledge.
I apologize.
Your apology.
What was that? Sorry.
I said your apology is accepted.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, well then I guess let's. I know we were kind of talking about how it's like September is starting literally tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Day after.
Day after tomorrow.
Yes.
That's such a good movie, by the way.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love me some Jake Gyllenhaal.
One of the most underrated actors of this generation currently. Hands.
100%. I mean, but I'm also a little biased because he was really good in Brokeback Mountain.
I dropped something.
You're like, that was a movie. Hello.
Far before its time.
So good. But we were talking how it's a new month, and so we thought it'd be kind of fun to do like a single card little like reading for ourselves. Hey. So one of you ask a question, I'll just like shuffle the cards, and then you guys can pick something. Whoever wants to go first.
I swear to God, I'm quitting.
If you get which card?
Every single time. The Lover's card. It's like a choices card, so it's always like conflicted and choices and 2 different paths and that kind of thing. I get it a lot.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not going first.
So
I'm like, am I doing you first?
Yeah.
How do we do a single? I've never done a single card reading.
You just pick the card. You think of like what you want for like the month, and we just pick a card, kind of a thing, and then it'll generally.
So are you like asking a question about the month, or you're just like focusing on like a thought about the month?
I guess, yeah. Either one you want to do.
Okay.
Because like it was kind of like almost like if you did like a card per day kind of reading, like you just like a single card for the day. It's just like something for the month.
Okay.
What are you thinking about, Brandi?
Oh, I'm already thinking about. I have a word.
You have a word?
Yeah, I have like a word that I'm thinking about.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull for you then first.
Okay.
While Des is contemplating.
Ruminating.
Okay.
Should I like text you my word first so you know it's like legit?
Sure.
We have like a bunch of like silent airtime right now.
Sorry about it. Sorry, people. Listen, we're here.
listen to our breathing.
I can do a little ASMR with the cards.
Oh. It's actually 2 words. I'm just trying to think of 2 things at the same time.
Okay,
Is it
cool.
eargasms?
Yes, that's one of my favorite words. That and amalgamate, apparently.
What did you get here? Sorry, I'm like still new. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the card you drew, well, I drew for you,
Thank you.
is the 10 of Wands, which is apparently for burdens, blockage, and difficulty, which is kind of interesting. But it says the 10 of Wands is a difficult card to face. Mental or physical burdens may have been weighing on your spirit. Over time, this leads to hopelessness and depression. You simply can't get through what you want. You cannot see the way. If this card appears in response to a person or situation, it may be best to simply walk away. But if this card comes up frequently, it indicates that you are attracted to negativity and you choose to walk the hard road.
Brandi.
I feel attacked. I feel personally attacked. I've had like a really brutal, like mentally draining week, and I've just been like kind of wallowing in my own self-pity, and like I've been sick a lot lately. Like I've had a lot of migraines lately, which I thought I had gotten kind of out of the system. But it's been like I went from like maybe 3 or 4 times a week down to maybe once every 2 weeks or so, and now I'm back up to like 3 or 4 times a week. So yeah, I don't know.
So
that
brutal.
Yeah, that card is like really accurate right now. I'm just feeling very like stifled and I'm feeling like I'm kind of running in the same spot. You know what I mean? I'm not really seeing any progression. I feel like I'm doing the same things over and over again, and I feel like I'm living the same things over and over again, and I'm just trying to like get out of whatever rut that I'm in. So I don't know. We shall see. So maybe September will be a breakage of that.
Yeah. And if you ever, like, obviously you know this, but feel free to reach out to us and talk to us about anything.
I think that kind of goes back to like I'm just not somebody who like talks about their feelings a lot or like reaches out or like that sort of thing. I don't know. Yeah,
But if you feel like you're running in the same spot, that to me that says you have to change something up a little bit. Not necessarily that, but like right? Like when you feel like you're going in the same cycle, but you have to find the things that you're comfortable with and then kind of step out of it, right?
I think I should. Yeah, I think I'm obviously super articulate today. I think I'm doing my best right now just because like work is really busy. I'm trying to just like hide it from my kids at work and hide it from everybody just because I don't really know what it is just yet, and I don't have like a pinpoint for it. So I think once I can kind of figure out what it is, I can work on it. I work on things myself. I don't really reach out. So like if I can figure out what it is, I'll work on it, and then I can move forward and move past it. It's just like a weird. It's so weird because I'm never normally this like up and down.
Yeah.
Like this year has been really bad. Normally I'm like I'm great. Everything's great.
And I've even like now that you kind of like pinpointed it is something that like looking back at like just like our conversations over the past like few weeks, like I'm like, Brandy's usually my uppity girl. Like, I just call her and I'd be like, nah, I just love you. I'm like, and I just want to love you and make you feel better.
Thank you, baby. So. I think I'm just trying to conserve whatever
Energy.
small amount of energy and mental capacity that I have left, and I'm channeling a lot of my energy right now into kind of faking being okay for now until I can get some downtime to like work through things. So I have a few days off. After back to school, I have 4 days off in a row, so I'll just like set some time aside for myself.
You know, you should do on those days, if you have time or something, is go for that float that you have.
We're actually going on Saturday.
Nice.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think that'll
help.
really like help. Yeah. And like, whenever I've gotten to like the point where I can't like live, not live, but like can't like function. Sorry, is the word I'm looking for. Floating has always like really helped me kind of like reset. So
I'm really excited because the person actually who purchased it for me is coming with me, and I was talking to them and I was like, listen, I'm either going to fall asleep or have an existential crisis, but either way it's gonna be one of those two, and you have to be ready for both.
Where are you guys going?
There's one on Gary Street, I believe. I'm not sure what it's called.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. That'll be a thing.
I've been to that float.com place on Pembina or Bishop Grandin, whatever that place is. Pembina?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, not Pembina. Maybe.
Jesus.
I don't I don't remember Winnipeg right now. It's by Grant and Pembina, is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like down the street from my house.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, it's around there.
Okay, yeah. We're going to a different one. Anyway. That card was freakily accurate. But yeah, I'm feeling called out, but it'll be fine.
Okay, Des.
Okay.
You're good?
I'm good.
Okay. I've been shuffling this whole time for you, so. All right, what was Des? I'd laugh if it was like the same card.
Could you imagine?
Ooh. Des got the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. I'm finding out.
It's a game show on at 5:30 on CTV.
It's like we see you watching this in the
with
very
that,
near future.
Jack and Vanna White.
Sorry, I'm really new.
We know.
Did you say we know?
Yeah.
Rude.
My card was really angry, so.
Say things.
Say things. Fill the empty
things.
Yeah, fill the empty space.
Okay.
No,
so Wheel of yeah, I'm ready now. Sorry. So the Wheel of Fortune is destiny and change of course. So it says whether day or night, the Wheel of Fortune is always in motion. Some call it fate, others call it destiny. It's possible to go for months or years without feeling its presence, but when this card appears, the eye of the wheel is fixed upon you. Don't be surprised if there's a change of course heading your way, something you'd least expect. Whether it happens to you during this time, know that it's bringing you closer to your life's purpose.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I like that very much.
I love that. I've been just really trying to be like very open to whatever the future may hold. I remember I think the last time we did tarot cards, I was saying I often like think about like what it is that I'm going to try to like what of my passions I'm going to try to like zoom in on to like, I guess, kind of put focus on or whatever. When it comes to like not career or anything, but something I might do after like the kids go to like when they're in school full time and stuff. And so like recently I've just been like, you know what, like I know which of those passions like are kind of like on the table, but right now I'm just really enjoying the freedom that I have of just doing what I like for doing it. So like doing like the bloggy type of thing, but not like it's not like I don't make money off of like blogging my stuff or anything. Like I haven't tried to like make any like partnerships and do actual like work that would be
actual work.
I'm just doing like stuff, like I'm just writing about stuff that is like fun for me and kind of looking at it as like a time capsule of sorts for me and my family to like look back on. And like if it opens up any doors or opportunities, then that's awesome. And I've been kind of like just feeling like that about it, and it's felt very freeing. And also that I do like having that kind of feeling of like, if something does come up, like I do have the freedom to choose if I want to do that or something else. So yeah, like even like with the the You Can't Spoil a Baby thing, we do like that gift. I had like written about it on the blog.
Yeah.
So every year in August we are doing like a gift for a foundation called You Can't Spoil a Baby, and they help Manitoba families in need. And you basically like volunteer to make a gift, and it's like a very like abundant gift. Like you're typing is so loud.
That was
Oh, I'm not typing. I wasn't. I'm sorry.
It sounds like you were typing.
Oh.
I was like, wow, okay, simmer down.
But
we get it, you're talented.
You make these gifts, and it has like a full size range of like from like 0 to almost 24 months, and you get like different baby items together to help out the family. And we really have enjoyed making these gifts. So then somebody from the foundation had reached out and like made me aware that like there are some other ways, like if I wanted to be a little bit more involved, that I could kind of venture into as well, which I would love to, because like that's the whole point, we're doing those kind of things, and like to teach the kids like being like giving and helping people, and that a small, even if it's something very small that you can do for somebody, it could be a big impact on their life. So yeah, even that is like a good example of like just keeping things open, and like there's a door that opens and you're like, hey, I could actually, that would like bring a lot of fulfillment to my life right now. So we're still kind of in the works of like how we might get more involved, but yeah, that kind of stuff. I feel like the card kind of speaks to that.
And it helps to be open, like you said. I like that. Let the universe do its thing.
Yeah, see what the universe and I mean, it's what I'm, right? I'm not going to say yes to something that is not of my interest. So it is me as well, but just being open to whatever the universe kind of puts in front of me and see which path I want to take.
Girl. I like willing things into the universe. It's definitely a thing.
Manifestation.
It's a thing, I swear to God.
Have you watched Big Brother lately?
No.
There's this one girl. There's one girl, her name's Christy, and she's like, I manifested me staying. I manifested this. I manifested that. I'm like,
stop.
Hey,
She's actually like really negative, like for somebody who's like trying to
cries.
Be like, I manifest positivity, and then she's like, everything is like, oh my God, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that.
She walks to another room and starts like crying because she's like, oh my God, they're gonna do this to me, and I'm like, no, like just like breathe, woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just pulled my card, and I got the Empress, which is kind of a pretty card.
Queen.
Yes? No, yes.
Empress. Child Empress from The Neverending Story.
I love that movie.
So good.
Yes, childhoods.
So the Empress card is creation, nature, and the mother, which is kind of interesting. But it says
yes, Braden, yes.
the Empress is the mother or the goddess of the tarot. Her energy encompasses all that is warm, fertile, creative, and sensual in the world. Her strength comes from being gentle and compassionate and loving without binding. When this card appears, it's pointing either to a maternal relationship in your life or the side of yourself that wants to love more. The Empress also suggests that it's time for you to reconnect with nature. Go outside tonight and find the moon.
Go outside.
Get your ass outside and howl at the moon.
It's actually really funny that because in my room where my bed is, there's a window right above it, and on certain nights the moon is like at like the perfect spot, and you can see it as like I'm laying in bed, and I just like will stare at it for like hours. But yeah, no, that's kind of like, it's kind of really interesting because I'm in like this kind of like weird spot with people in my life right now, but I'm also like working towards, I feel like that could also like relay in towards like my work, because I'm there's a bunch of new positions that just opened up that I'm really wanting, that kind of like also like are like a leadership kind of role. So I kind of almost think that like mother aspect in regards to like say like leadership is maybe where that kind of ties into it too a little bit. But yeah, no, I don't know. Just kind of like, it's definitely like me right now is like wanting I'm wanting to desire like more, and I'm trying to like kind of get myself out of my like little shell. Like even the other day, my dad and my mom were like you need to get out of your four walls instead of going into another four walls. Go outside. And I was like, okay,
all right.
But like it's hard because like I don't really have friends here. You know, like I don't have people that I can just be like, hey, let's go like do something, and so it's hard for me to like go out and like do like whatever. And so like I feel like that's kind of like starting to change, and then like I'm looking forward to that change, and because it feels good, you know, like just being around like other people. And I'm very like a very sociable person, like you guys know me.
Yeah.
And so but yeah, so like I think that's kind of neat that like that kind of came up. So it actually came up in like a little personal reading that I did the other day too, that same card. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah. So yeah,
that's fun. The cards have spoken.
They have. But yeah, so that's that. That was fun. I'm glad we got to do that.
Good tarot, guys.
So rude.
What? Oh yeah, you're like
so rude. Calling me out, telling me how I'm feeling. I know how I'm feeling.
The girl.
We see you, girl, not dealing with your problems. Okay.
Well, I guess kind of like speaking in regards to problems, I guess that could really kind of lead us into like the next thing I wanted to talk about.
That was my definitely planned segue.
I love you.
I'm so good at it.
We're podcasters. Let's be real.
So experienced.
Are we?
Well, aren't we at episode 11? We've passed 10 episodes, so now we're like pros or something.
Level up.
Yes, I love that.
But no, we kind of wanted to talk about like the fires in the Amazon and how like
let's talk about it.
Nobody's talking about it.
Well, now everyone is, but
yes.
Yeah. Well, we had originally started, like us three had originally started talking about it a week ago, but we just didn't get around to being able to record. But when Braden, I think it was like a week and a half ago or so, like told me, like brought it up, I legit had not seen it on my, like, I don't have cable, so like kind of like the way I kind of see things that are trending is pretty much Facebook, like internet stuff. So I had not seen it anywhere on my media. And then Braden was like, oh, like, did you guys hear about the Amazon fires? And because like recently somebody had like told me about how Amazon is like horrible to their employees. I thought you meant like that Amazon fired a bunch of employees, like Amazon the company. And so like how sickening though is that I didn't see it anywhere on my media. Like nobody was trending about the actual like situation, but yet when like other stuff like Amazon treating employees badly, or you know, the cathedral burning, it was all over my media feed. So I was pretty sickened that that was like not a priority for me to see on my media, even for me to know. Like I just it was disappointing to me that...
Well, and think about if it was forest fires in the States, think about how much more bombardment of media we would have versus like, oh, it's fires in the Amazon. Like it's not directly affecting us, quote unquote, right now. So,
or even forest fires within Canada, like when the whole thing was going on in Alberta, what's the place called that's there? Or even like back when I was living in Kelowna, like the forest fires like last year were insane. Like the forest fires throughout BC, people were like, BC is on fire, and like people were talking about it like crazy. And I don't know, like even myself, like I didn't hear it from like my personal feed. I like someone from work had like mentioned it to me, and then that's when I started kind of like looking into it, and then mentioned it to you guys, and was like, what is happening right now? Like,
yeah, it's crazy. It especially right now, like it matters so much right now, right? Like this is a time where if people don't know, like we're talking about it, but I mean, some people also might not see it on their feed. I don't know. But there are fires in the Amazon that are blazing. I think last week I read an article recently that said that last week 9,000 wildfires were raging simultaneously across the rainforest from Brazil and spreading into like Bolivia, Paraguay, Peru. They're like, so normally at this time of year, there are forest fires to an extent, and then not necessarily right now, but a little bit later, and then on into November is their dry season where those do happen, but not to this extent. It's they're burning at, I think it's over an 80% increase over this time last year.
That's so crazy.
And they're largely set intentionally to clear land for cattle ranching, farming, and logging, and they're worsened by the dry season. So
for sure.
Normally in the rainforest, it's not adapt to fire. So it would be like these small fires burning low to the ground, and they'd be put out by the rain. But because of the deforestation, trying to clear out with fire, they are like setting these mass fires ablaze, and it's affecting everything. Like it's affecting like climate change. It's affecting the animals that live there. It's like
the people,
the whole ecosystem. Like it's crazy. Like,
there's a really good, I watched a really good, like nature series. It's on Netflix. It's with Will Smith as like the narrator of it. I can't remember what it's called.
Yes. Oh, now because you said that you couldn't remember the name. Now I can't remember.
Is it like Planet Earth or something?
No, it's like it's like one something
or something. One round planet or something like that. I'm gonna just quickly search it. But like the first episode is legitimately about the Amazon.
Oh no, that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's like about the Amazon and how the Amazon actually like feeds all of the oxygen and stuff for like the entire planet. Like if the Amazon wasn't there, like
it would affect the world greatly, but it wouldn't. Yeah. It's not like we'd have a shortage of oxygen. I actually read some stuff and it was telling us what I read said that losing.
It's called One Strange Rock is what the...
Yes, One Strange Rock. It's so good though, Brandi. You need to watch it. It's beautiful. Like the cinematography is just freaking amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing.
But it's also like wildly important as well. They touch on a lot of different things on our beautiful planet. But yeah, I had read something that said even if like we lost like a bunch of the trees to the farming and the crops and the cattle ranching, that the crops would make up for the oxygen that we're losing, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still affecting all of the ecosystem, like the biodiversity in the forest. They said like even like I think they said like as the numbers of fire increase, the greenhouse gas emissions do too, which like the overall temperature of the earth is affected because it's rising, and extreme weather events like major droughts will happen more often.
Right.
And then Greenpeace had said in a release that in addition to the increased emissions, that deforestation contributes directly to a change in rainfall patterns that affects the region there, extending the length of the dry season further and affecting forests by biodiversity, agriculture, and human health. So it does affect everything, but it's not like, oh, we have an oxygen shortage just because this happened. It's everything else, though. Like it still hugely impacts climate change, and that means it affects like our Earth being livable in the foreseeable future, which is a huge thing right now. Like people can talk about all these things like, you know, the state of like money in the world and shit like that, but it doesn't matter if the world doesn't exist.
100%. I was watching this one space show. I don't remember what it was called. But they were like comparing, like they were talking about how like we could potentially like move to Mars, and like how that's like something people are talking about actually like doing, and how like they've like done searches and they see pictures on Mars and stuff like that, and they like oh, like this looks like a spoon, or this looks like a sphinx, and yada yada yada. And I was like, in my head I was like, have we maybe just been like doing this for like thousands of years, is like coming to Earth and then going to Mars and like resettling, and like that's how those things like happen again, and then like go back because the other planets like replenished itself again, and you can like relive there. And I'm like, have we been doing this and just people are like not knowing, you know what I mean? Like that's where my mind went, and I was like, I know I was not stoned when I had this thought.
I don't think that that's happening, but it would be a really awesome movie that I would watch.
Okay, so Brandi, let's start planning the script for that.
Perfect. We'll give Netflix a call.
But yeah, no. So
there's probably a movie like that.
I mean, maybe Contact? I don't know.
Contact. Okay, Katya. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I definitely wanted to like talk about it with you guys and try to bring as much awareness to it as we possibly can, because like if something like if it like continues and gets like really really bad and like we can't recover it, like obviously like my cousin, he works like the fire department, and he said that like having forest fires is good. It's good for like regrowth in certain areas, and like it's good in the long run. But obviously if they get so bad and so like out of control, like that's gonna cause issues like for the planet in general. So and like I think it's really important to like bring this to people's attention, because like there's really not that much media. Like again, I can scroll through my Facebook feed right now and like I won't have anything, even though I've been searching stuff on it.
Like there is media covering it now, but it just, I mean, it was when you brought it up, but it hadn't made its way to me, which bothers me because it's like what is trending, right? And so that was bothersome to me, and like actually being able to find actual information and stuff. But yeah, like you were saying, like your cousin was saying, like it's healthy to a certain point. In like the 90s, it was like this was happening all the time because their laws were really lax about it. And recently they got like a new president who again like loosened the reins on those laws, and so they were doing like really great between like the 90s, 2000s ish. Like I think 2006 they had like dropped 80% of like those forest fires from 1996, and now we're up 80% in 1 year. So that is very alarming and very like a huge cause for concern, especially in the state of the world and climate change and all of these things happening. And that's why I think we need to bring that light, is like for people to really understand that it's, the forest fires happen and they're not always, a horrible thing, but this is like very out of hand. And, you know, maybe if it's like a one-off thing, we can recover from it. But scientists are saying that the Amazon is approaching a tipping point after which it will irreversibly degrade into a dry savanna. That is not something we can recover from. So in a time where the world needs billions more trees to absorb the carbon and stabilize the climate, the planet is losing like its biggest rainforest. So it is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Well, and you were mentioning, is it like the president who like made the laws a little bit more lax?
Yeah, like I think he actually won. Like they voted for him because like, so it's not just this guy. He's not just like, hey, everybody burn your stuff. The people wanted that. They wanted to be able to do that because like for farming and cattle ranching and stuff, like for their livelihoods, which I understand, but that is not at the cost of our planet.
Well, and I find that so silly because like I remember hearing, because like I get my news feed and most of my news media from, I had like a Google like news app that like I scroll through every morning and it usually pops up with whatever is popular at the time. But I just remember seeing an article saying that the Brazil president like denied $20 million worth of support from France because at the G7 summit, the French president said something that he didn't like. And I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, he needs to apologize first, and then we'll accept your $20 million. And I was like, sir, your fucking forest is on fire. Take your ego, sit it down, get your shit together, save the fucking planet. I was just like, are you kidding me right now? And $20 million is huge because, like, sure, we've gotten like celebrity donations and that kind of support, but like, that's lots of money. That's the most money that they would have received from any country because the UK only gave 12 million. I think Canada gave 15 million. And $20 million is huge. So, like, I can't believe that he would do something like that over something so silly.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous. Like I don't know the politics. I don't know politics very well, and I don't know Brazilian politics, but that sounds ridiculous. And from what I had read, that he like made these promises. That's how he got elected, and now we're seeing the result of that. And you know, it's not just on like it's like, yeah, it is the planet, but also like just it's his own like country. Like the animals are all affected. Like everything.
Isn't it like 10% of all the animals in the earth called the Amazon home? Is it 10% or something?
I actually don't know, but it sounds.
I think it's 1 out of 10 of the animals are in the Amazon.
And they don't even know all of the animals like they said that there are probably still species in there that could die off from this, that we might not even get to know that they even existed, which is so sad. Or ones that were like just recently like discovered. There was, I think, Milton's TT monkey or something was discovered in 2011, and it's like in the southern Amazon, Brazil, and like that could be endangered. Or like there was one, it was like Mura's saddleback tamarin in central Brazil, and it's threatened by encroaching like wildfires right now. And like it's just like all the animals, because they only have a few options, right? They can hide by burrowing or going into the water, become displaced, or they can die. That's the 3 choices that they have. So like it's sad, and it's
a little scary.
Oh,
it's definitely scary.
It's mad scary.
Like, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's mad scary. Like, I don't know.
I think it's devastating that there isn't more media coverage, because there's such mass media coverage over stuff that's just so like minute and whatever, like blasé.
Always profit over people, right? Because even like
100%.
Indigenous rights, like they're being like totally ignored in any of this situation, because a lot of Indigenous tribes and stuff, they're going to be displaced from where they live and what they do to survive. And the animals, like, they don't have a voice, so like they don't make money. So you know what I mean? Like, it's always profit in this world, and it's just disgusting. Like, money doesn't matter if the world isn't here. Like, hello.
Well, and
Yeah.
like kudos to people like Leonardo DiCaprio and
Yeah.
I think like Vanessa Hudgens, like Lana Condor, who are like stepping up and like making an effort to donate and not just like talking about it or tweeting about it or Instagramming about it. Like they're taking physical, actual steps to make a difference instead of just like, I'm gonna like this post or I'm gonna share this picture.
Yeah, because
Like,
they
come
have
on.
the means. And like how many people donated towards like the cathedral funds and shit like that?
So much money. So much money.
For a cathedral. Yet like this is the rainforest.
Yeah, history is history and like the future of our planet is the future of our planet. And I think we just need to kind of like revisit our priorities a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Amen.
Well, I guess that can lead into our fun and exciting announcement kind of dealio that we have going on. So obviously, like, it's really awesome for people that are able to donate to help the fires and do what they can to help with the situation that's going on in the Amazon right now. So here at the Trifecta, we're wanting to do our part, and we have 2 t-shirts that are going to be listed on our website for sale. That will there's 2 different designs, and we're going to be donating the money to a charity called Amazon Watch, and we're going to try to do our part to help them out. So all the proceeds from those t-shirts that are purchased will be going towards fight the fires and do good things.
Doing our part as much as we can.
Yeah.
We'll post the link to Amazon Watch as well, just in case you want to learn a little bit more about
Absolutely.
the organization and everything as well.
Some cool designs, some great t-shirts.
Yeah, they're pretty
Represent.
awesome. I like them a lot. I think they're real cute.
I'm excited.
But yeah, so that's our big announcement. We're really excited to do that. So those of you who do choose to purchase one, make sure to share with your family and friends. Again, anything that we are able to make from this that we can donate would be awesome. So
and send us a picture wearing it if you happen to purchase
Oh
one.
yes.
Tag us on Instagram, on Facebook. Hit us up.
We
should do a
make
hashtag.
Specific hashtag, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll think of one and post it.
Well, yeah, we'll think of it and post it. I was like, what are we
Creative.
so, okay, so yeah, we'll think of a hashtag and we'll post it and make sure that you guys check them out and consider purchasing one to like help and donate and help us do our part to help the planet.
In the rainforest.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I think we should wrap things up there then, I guess. And unless you guys have anything else you want to add. Again, the website is www.thetrifectapodcast.com. And those shirts will be available for purchase now when you guys are listening to the podcast. All right?
Yay.
Amazing.
All right. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Here's a pair of earrings for you.